Hi guys, and welcome back to Trash It. We're back in the studio and we're trashing it like never before. We've got Chinelo. Chinelo is just now unusual, you know, so you're not the one.
I'm a familiar.
Hi, yes. So Shari, Yori, we're back. So guys, we're back. How are you? Hope you've had lovely weeks. Yeah, I hope you watched our last video. If you didn't, you better go back.
You're
and
missing
see
out.
it. Exactly, and if you haven't subscribed, whatever, is up to you. Anyway, so the topic we're trashing today, okay, what we're here to discuss today is about relationships, yeah? Because people just said, oh yeah, I didn't even know. You just woke up one morning and said, oh sorry, relationship is over. And I didn't really know. I was shocked. I was surprised after everything I put into that relationship.
Was you gonna
really? Really? So our question is, did you really not know he was no longer into you, or you chose not to see the signs? So that's what we're discussing today. And guys, we need you guys to put your experiences down below and let us know what you think. So was there signs? Were there signs that you chose to ignore? So guys, what do you think? Ladies?
Women, we're very emotional and we wear our hearts on our sleeves.
Yeah.
So I find it sometimes that when people say, oh, it just said it was over, we're done, and I didn't know. Well, you did know, you just didn't want to know.
Yeah.
And most times, because the relationship you so much want it to work, there's so many signs, as I say, signs and wonders that you choose not to see.
Yeah.
He's complaining, he's coming home at odd times,
He's
he's
not eating your food.
not necessarily, like some people just some
will
people
eat your
are bad cooks.
Yeah,
So left me, I would eat my own
The
food.
women will not be happy to hear you say that.
No, but seriously, some women are bad cooks.
Do you know who
But,
comes
but
to
a man
mind?
has to eat the food, whether it's bad or not.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
right.
say. Some
It's
men
love.
will eat it.
It has to do with love. If you love
Trust
a
me,
woman,
I love you. I ain't dying for you.
But no, men, sorry, just teach her how to cook if you know how to cook. Anyway, that's not our topic. Okay, so the person that comes to mind is Tonto Dicky. I know this happened a few months back, but
She's
I'm
gonna
just
come
thinking,
for
so
your head.
did you really not know? Did you not see the signs that this guy wasn't really that into you? But anyway, we're not discussing Tonto Dicky. We've done her video. Just scroll down here.
I want to jump in
Shari,
because this has happened to me personally.
Oh God.
In the sense that with my first relationship ever, I just say it's not that you don't see the signs, because guys are very up and down, just like women. We're very, 1 minute we're happy, 1 minute you're shouting the house down, the next minute you're
We're women.
half, right?
Mm.
With men, it's the same. Sometimes, you know, they're listening to you. Sometimes they're listening to their football. That doesn't mean they're not into you. It just means that certain times your I don't know, your mind is somewhere else. With my one now, I think it was just an excuse to say, oh, well, didn't you know that the relationship had ended ages ago? But then I was like back to him like, hold up. You couldn't just get up one morning and say the relationship is over, because when we first dated, we spoke about getting into the relationship, right? So when you finish a relationship, isn't it just right for you to say to that person as well that you're out of the relationship?
Okay.
But what I'm saying, why I didn't see real big signs was because he was still in the house, he was still eating my food, he was still behaving like normal.
Having sex.
Everything was normal. The only different was, as you say rightfully, he was coming a little bit later, he was being a little bit secretive, and at this point, I had just had my second child. So I wasn't really even paying him too much attention in the sense of
So there
what he
were
was doing.
signs, but you
Because
were distracted.
No, but the thing is, why I say he did it very sneakily was because he was going to uni. He had just started his master's. So
He could
his
say he had a
excuse
late-
was he was doing his coursework, whatever. And I didn't want to come across of this crazy, I just had a child, you know, you don't want to seem like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, you know, you're coming 1 hour late, whatever. No. So this is what I'm saying. So yes and no, it's very hard, because when you're occupied in running the house, doing other things,
You don't say it.
You don't see it.
So that's
Yeah.
what you. Yeah. So that's a distraction. If your attention is somewhere else.
yeah.
So there is a possibility that you are either ignoring or you don't know.
Yeah.
It's possible
Yeah.
that because you're not paying attention. So what for me, I believe that there is no way a man can just wake up one morning and say the relationship is over. without the woman knowing that it was going to be over.
I think something
Even
that's
if the woman
selfish.
may not know, the woman may be trying to walk, try to walk, because we women were emotional and we don't usually like separation because of societal construct, in the sense that when a man leaves a woman, then the woman will always be at fault. That's the way the world will see it. The woman is, you can't keep your home. Remember that saying?
Of course.
Where they say a woman, you couldn't keep your home.
It's always the woman that
It's always the woman.
targeted.
So that's why a woman always works very hard to make sure they keep their home. But then, while we're trying to do that, we're ignoring the telltale signs that
He ain't
this
into
is
you.
not working.
See, for me, I have an I have an experience. I'm happily married now and that, yeah. But when I was dating, before I got married, so I was dating this white guy, yeah, lovely guy and that. We
Don't let your husband hear that.
Sorry, love.
I'm sure he knows
We dated for a few months, yeah, and it was really nice. And so he was into. I'm not going to use the word construction, but Africans down our mentality. He's a bricklayer.
Oh,
What
good.
do you want? Well, he's a white man, but now you know that those people they rake it in. So he was should I say he was into bricklayer or whatever?
Labor.
So I'm like, so exactly. Yeah. So then I was thinking to myself, this one is a bricklayer. I better go. Hey, I'm not marrying a bricklayer. So I started to talk to him about going to uni to.
Which wasn't his thing.
Do you understand? And he started to see me as, come man, just love me for who I am.
Exactly.
No, we don't do that in Africa. You have to, you have to be better than.
Yes.
I said to him, so are you just happy being a bricklayer? But I didn't know that, he was making money like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, eventually, so we had that conversation and he said to me, see, I'm happy the way I am. I said, okay, that's fine, but no. Anyway, one morning, I just woke up. He called me on the phone and he just said to me, I think we need to end the relationship because we're not suited for each other. I said, eh? He said, yes, I don't think we're suited for each other. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yes, Celia, I'm really sorry. But yeah, we're not suited for each other. I was like, okay.
You think he took offense though to what you
I don't
said
know, but
about
this was a while later.
It's not just about the build up, because thinking about this scenario now, you guys were not suited for each other because you had a
You
vision
wanted something
of
else.
someone that met whatever society or what you had in the back of your head, who you wanted to marry.
Yeah.
And he was comfortable with
With
who it
him.
was.
Yeah.
And him thinking, well, I don't think that's the kind of person
Yes.
you want to be with.
Yeah.
But I think she might have hurt his ego a little bit.
I don't
Maybe
think
so.
And then anyway, so
I remember the racial difference.
Yeah.
A white man, sorry to interrupt you, but white men are usually comfortable with what they're doing.
Yeah, it was the comfort he
they take
had.
pride
I was just
in
like,
what
are
they
you not
do.
even trying to better yourself?
Exactly.
That's how I was saying it.
No,
But he
that's
wasn't
our
saying it
own
like
African
that.
mentality.
So, yeah, exactly.
We always want
So
to
when
better.
we-
That's
so
what we think bettering ourselves.
Yeah. So when we ended the relationship, I was like, okay, fine. Anyway, it doesn't really count. It wasn't a long-term
Nobody counts.
relationship with white man. So it's fine. Anyway, so it turns out that a few years, I think it was about a year later or a few months later, the guy now he saw one of my friends because he deleted my number, I deleted his number and everything. He now saw one of my friends, hi Michelle. He saw my friend and started asking my friend. No, actually he came to my house.
No?
Oh.
Yeah, he just turned up because then I was single, I was living by myself. And my friend came to my house, but I went
But
out
she
and
brought
left
him?
her. No, I went out and left her in the house.
Okay.
And then by the time I came, I went on a date or whatever. By the time I came back, she was like, Celia, you will not believe who came knocking on your door. I was like, who? And she mentioned his name. She was like, he came and he wanted to see you and he was asking me for your number. And I was like, did you get? He said, no, I told him if I give him your number, Celia will kill me. And I was like, that's good. Oh, so now we are suited for each other.
Maybe he
Do you
truly
understand?
loved you.
But for me, I didn't see the
Maybe
sign.
he
Well, you can call it sign, but for me, it wasn't a sign because we had that conversation and I moved on. Do you understand? But then all of a sudden, he just ended the relationship.
Yeah, but in your scenario, it wasn't as if the love just ended. The guy just felt, well, there's no point me going on with this relationship. So I'm as well. But in your case, yours was just a different.
Is just crazy, and he's still harassing me up to today.
Oh, bless you.
Anyway, let's not go into that.
No, but what I'm saying, so the thing is, I think sometimes people don't just get up and just go. I think sometimes they're testing as well. Does that make
What
sense?
you mean?
Well, because going back to my ex, he got up. He said, "Oh, I ended this years ago in my head," and I was just like, "Okay, years." So why would you bring a second child? Why would you still
Yes.
be here?
No, but you see, the
No,
thing
no.
about boys, well, men, let me just say this.
Yeah.
They would sleep with
No, but
anything.
but what I'm saying,
Not
they want
calling
to
you
have
anything.
but what I'm saying, they want to have their cake and eat it. And at the end of
Yes.
the day, when they're not sure about outside as well, it's easy for them to cheat that way by pacifying themselves to say that I am no longer with you. Because when they go and cheat, then they don't have the
it's
conscience.
justification for them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's justification for them.
Just like they
so
haven't told
sometimes it's the same like that, and that's why, as you say, sometimes when they realize they make a mistake, they come running back because they realize that they made a mistake. But then, as you say, then they can't take it back. So, you just say. So probably with senior one, it was the same. He realized afterwards it was a mistake, but it was too late.
Too late. But yeah, the
You
thing
said
is,
it, you done it.
the thing is, I think there's always, the sign is always there. It's either we're
Yeah,
too
I think
busy
it
to
is,
say
but we,
Sorry, you know-
it has to be a Yoruba demon that can deal with the thing, and there will be no. Yeah.
You and Shari, you've
On
talked
behalf
about
of all the
two white
Yoruba
men.
demons, I'm proud of you.
You know,
guys.
you've talked about 2 white men that you dated. So I think we should kind of try to spread out a bit more to talk about a black
No,
man.
because- no.
A relationship with a black man.
Have
Well,
you had a
do you know-
where one got up and said,
I haven't had a relationship with a black man where he just got
Yeah,
and
exactly.
ended without
Okay.
anything happening.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a race thing. Hold on, let's not
yeah, it's
deviate
not a
into
race
that.
thing, it's just the person who
I
did
think I want us to come back into perspective. The whole idea around women or ladies or people in relationship, not necessarily women, and some men experience
Some men
this,
experience this,
where
yeah.
you're done with the relationship
Yeah.
and you're just waiting for a better outcome.
Yeah.
And when I mean a better
Excuse.
outcome, something else
An
comes
excuse,
along
yeah.
the way
Yeah.
to justify a decision
Yeah,
that you've
exactly.
made. I.e., the person ain't doing it for you. I would expect that person to have the balls
Yeah,
to
to
say,
say,
look,
exactly.
we're done.
Yeah.
But we can still be friends with benefit if that works for you.
But who would want to agree to that?
Because
No,
you know,
nobody
you
would
know,
agree.
Hold on.
You can't end a relationship
some people
with
do,
me and
though,
then
but
you
some
want
people
to be
do.
friends.
This is
But some
where you
people
get
do.
it wrong.
Some people do,
Sometimes
they do because they know you.
That
So for them
means they
sexually, they can
ended it
still
mutually.
use you.
Then that means they ended it mutually.
Well, yeah.
It's not when
Yeah.
one person wakes up one morning
Yeah,
and decides
exactly.
that I don't want this relationship anymore. Then you want me to be friends with you.
Nah, it
We
can't
benefit,
work.
we
It can't.
benefit.
No, it can't work.
Don't forget there are men out there that are in similar situation. They no longer
Yeah,
want the woman,
sure.
but they don't want to say it so that the woman doesn't kick them out of the house, especially if she's the one that owns the
That
property.
owns the house.
So they will now start using the woman for accommodation, for
Yeah,
feeding,
yeah,
and for
yeah,
things like that,
sure.
and be saying, yeah, let's see if we
something
can work
better
on it.
come
Let's
along.
see if we can work on
Yeah,
it. That's what they'll be
something
telling the woman.
Yeah.
But they know deep down within that they've done.
Yeah.
They don't, yeah.
But they don't want to
Unfortunately,
say it because
yeah.
they get kicked out if they did.
Yeah.
You know, so
No, you see, the problem then lies with the lady.
Yeah.
Why would you take that?
yeah.
But
If you
if you
say-
don't know, how can you deal with that though?
Because you know the thing,
We-
they want
we
someone
always
to
want to
love
be in a
them.
relation-
Do you
yeah.
understand? They want someone to love them, so they might still think, okay, well, let me just forgive him and let's give him a second chance. Oh, let me give him the 100th chance.
Even,
then-
even
but
when
can
you
I-
seek for
but
advice
can I-
Yeah.
from
no, but
other
can
people,
I-
they will
but-
always tell you to work on it and try to be in that relationship. Except when it's getting dangerous.
Yeah.
If it's
But
getting
can I-
like the person is laying the hand.
But can I
hands
jump
on
in?
you.
Sorry,
Because-
before you do, my
Yeah,
dear,
go
I think
on.
one of the signs or how would you know this guy's no longer into you is
Exactly.
there's so many things.
Yeah.
He's never around you,
Yeah.
never around your family. We're now in an era where there's
Oh,
digital stands,
yes.
where people are on social media. I'm not saying everybody has to have a Snapchat or have a Facebook
Yeah.
account, but if I can't put up your picture on WhatsApp that we are together,
Yeah.
then exactly we need to be having a conversation. Are we exclusive? Or we're seeing other people, then you know that you've got all your
Yeah,
cards.
but what if those signs are not there? That's what I'm saying.
Which means
Then that means he's a psychopath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
But
she
that's
was-
What if he has your picture up there? He has this other woman, but yet he's still
and then he will
rating
just
you.
be telling people it's my sister.
Yeah, or something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yoruba demon.
That's
You know.
very possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Something they even introduce you to the woman they're having an affair with.
Yeah.
And
Or the
now
woman went into the house and
Yes.
introduced you to
Yes,
the woman
yes.
as the
Yeah.
introduced the woman to you as their sister.
So what would you
A
say?
lot
You
of
just
people-
be there accepting
Well,
it.
yeah,
But you
because it's
don't
your
know.
in-law. So now you don't want to offend the in-law. You're being nice, not knowing that the
wouldn't
in-law
know.
is your rival.
Yeah, but you see, the
Exactly.
problem then is
Oh,
not
it's the
your
woman.
fault. It's the other woman.
Yeah,
See, I personally
Yeah.
don't
No, but you
have.
have some women that is fine with that though.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
he he or she, because I don't want to put it in the context it's only men that do this.
Yeah.
He or she have had conversations with the other person, the significant other person, and said, you know what, I'm just pushing this person around. You pretend that's something.
Yeah, but some women are happy to do that. This is what I'm saying.
That's what
Some
we're saying.
women are
See, the
more
thing
than
is,
happy to. I'm saying sometimes this is not that you don't know they're no longer into you. I think it's just that sometimes, because it come back all down to cheating. Yeah, it always come back down to cheating. At the end of the day, as I say, I think people just do these things to pacify themselves. Because everyone have a conscience, whether you're good or bad. Your conscience will eat at you. But when, as I say, the cheating get to a certain degree, it's easy to just say to the person, but I thought you knew. I thought you knew that the signs were there. I thought you figured out by now that I'm not really into you, but I can't leave you because we have a family. All this guilt tripping thing. And then they could turn it around and say, how could you never seen it? And then you could have, so this is what I'm saying. It's all game playing in, yes? And it goes for men and women, because I have friends, guy friends, and they'll be like, oh, my woman cheated. She says she's no longer into me, but at the same time, I want to work it out. She go back, she cheat again, she come back. But this is what I'm saying. So it's all about
I'm not built for those emotional roller coasters.
And the thing is, they know how to do it. These people are manipulators. They know how to manipulate the situation. They know how to change things around.
Yeah.
For it to make it feel that you're the fault.
Narcissist.
You're the one that drove.
Anyway. I don't think we can carry on. Okay, I think at this point we need to stop because we can continue and continue. And
so can we talk about? Can we just quickly talk about how you know that the man is no longer into you? What are the signs?
Yeah, I think number one, staying out late, okay?
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
It's part of it. Depending on how you guys started the relationship. Is he answering your calls? Do you get those little messages from him? Do you speak to him when you're at work? Because some people form this communication. Is it still there? When you call him, does he answer? Or even if he doesn't answer, does he
trust me? It seems you people have not dealt with some people before.
That's what I'm saying.
And they're emotionally available. They'll pick up your call. They'll make you the focus of their lifestyle.
I was in a relationship years ago where the guy I just asked him, do you work? Because obviously he likes me that he's a lawyer. He will wear suits, white and black suit, and leave the house in the morning. He will leave the house in the morning and say he's going to work. He's trying to bad demon. He will just dress up in the morning and leave. And then come back in the afternoon around maybe 6:37. No, I'll just come back. How was it? I was working. It was alright. Yes. Only for me to find out that the man he didn't even near law school. Not to sort of say.
See, what if you didn't find out? No, but this is what I'm saying. What if you didn't find out?
Thank God for delivering. Anyway, on that note, I think we're gonna end it, guys. So girls, women out there, girls out there, you know what the signs, ladies, you know what the signs are. Look, shine your eye. Yeah, do you understand? Don't compromise what your standards, number one, and don't try to suffer in silence and say, oh, I'm hoping it will get better. It will not get better.
Don't stay.
Do you understand? Don't stay in it. If he doesn't love you as much as you love him, then you know what?
Run.
Yeah, just go. Let him go and find that woman that will do whatever, Anyway, on that note, we're ending it. If you still haven't subscribed at this point now, wow, I don't know what you're waiting for, but maybe you don't have internet. On that note, or maybe
Go to a cafe. No, that's no excuse to have internet
go to a cafe. Anyway, on that note, guys, it was nice trashing this topic, and to our trashers out there, we love you and keep the support up.
Bye.
Bye.